We ain't making no table, sweet. This is firewood. We gotta sell this. There's money to be made in goats. Like, imagine we have 10 goats, sweetie. We can rent them out.
Okay, I don't want anything else. And I come home with Louboutins.
Do those Louboutins make money, and is it a tax write-off?
No, but my point is...
When you're gonna grow up, you're gonna help me? You're not sure yet? What's up, you guys? Andre here with Jack of All Trades. I just got back from about half a day's worth of work. Got the truck out of the way because we sold some firewood over there. Let me show you guys how much we got left. I want to say I have probably about 2 truckloads left right here that is split and ready to go. I have more logs over there that need to get split. They're ready to go as well. This stuff right here is definitely not ready to go. This stuff is as green as it pretty much gets. It's full of water, so what I'm going to do with this stuff is probably just push it to the back and just start building up inventory for next year. The firewood business has honestly been going really well for me, so I am for sure doing it another year, and we'll see how next year goes, hopefully even better. But I do want to sell all of this wood right here first because it's about a year to 2 years old. Some maybe like 9 months or so, like this stuff right here that I got from a job not crazy long ago. But all the new stuff that I'm going to be getting in is I'm going to start pushing it towards the back because I don't need to mess with it for a while. I have like an endless amount of firewood right here. This stuff is not really great for inside the house because it's most like sweet gum, poplar, and some other miscellaneous stuff, and pine. But it's really good for outdoor fire pits. So what I'm probably going to do with this stuff eventually is when I get more time, if I split all the oak obviously and stuff like that, that's actually really good to be sold for firewood, I'm gonna split this stuff right here that just runs up this whole creek and sell it for like backyard firewood or camping firewood, because I honestly didn't even think about this market right here. So I live about 15 minutes from a state park called Fort Yargo, and they offer camping over there. And some guys hit me up on Facebook the other day asking me if I have any firewood left for sale, and I told them I do, but it's not 100% seasoned, because when I split that stuff it was watering like crazy. But they were like, all right, will it burn? I was like, well, I burned it in my house and it burned, but it's not fully seasoned. And they were like, all right, that's fine, we'll still come buy it. 3 guys showed up with a pickup truck, bought some, and I told them to let me know once they get back to the park and they burn it to let me know how it goes. And they sent me some pictures. They said it burns just fine. But honestly, the reason it might have burned so well is because they were using it outside and it was very windy because they were cooking with it. So the wind for sure helps keep the fire alive even when it's not fully seasoned. So we'll see how it's gonna go. I've been selling my wood not 100% seasoned, but that's really because I started splitting it late. I hope to be selling more seasoned wood next year because there's also a little bit more money in that as well. But when you sell it partially seasoned, it's not bad, honestly. My chickens are just kicking back, relaxing and eating food. But look at all of this mulch that kind of washed down for my hill. This is out of my yard. Still my property and stuff, but like, look at this, just trails of mulch. It only gets like this when we have some very heavy rain come through, and man, we had some rain. I mean, like, it split this whole thing and washed it down. I got the same thing going on the other side of the house. This used to be all mulch. It's all pretty much gone and just marks from the river, man. This is a good example right here. Like, I didn't even know I had a brick right here, but all that dirt washing off exposed the random brick in my yard. I'm very thankful no water entered the house, because how they built my property is it slopes down and then it slopes back up. So what happens is all the water comes like this on my driveway, and you see all this dirt that it just washed off and then loops around the house like that. Check out all of these sticks right here, and the reason they're here is because my neighbor lost a tree right here. This tree, Lilian cypress right here, fell over by the wind and it got caught onto this oak tree. But this one was dead right here, so it didn't have much weight to it at all. I ended up just literally ripping the stump out of the ground. He cut it up and I just moved it with my machine, helped him out. They are very chill neighbors, and unfortunately they are moving, which absolutely sucks because I've done quite a bit of work at their house and they had more work that they wanted me to do, but their work plans changed, so they're actually moving out of state. And hopefully we don't get a caring neighbor, you know what I mean? But we'll find out. And then I have another project. My lawn is absolutely covered in weeds. Like, these things right here are absolutely insane. They grow super fast. I used some sort of spray from Home Depot last time and it worked pretty well. I had to go through a couple bottles, but this time I wanted to try the seed kind. So I'm gonna be spraying those seeds today, and we'll see if this is gonna work better. I hope it does, because I spent quite a bit of money on it. I bought like 3 bags for like 60 bucks or something. And apparently this stuff won't hurt the lawn, so we'll see how that's gonna go. But I do have a bunch of these like random weeds that they display over here, and apparently a bag covers like 3,000 square foot of lawn. So I'm probably gonna go over it a couple times just so I can put a bunch of this stuff down, because I don't want any weeds in the summer. So I got 6 of my chickens out. At one point there was 7. I'm gonna check the coop right now, because I think my silky chicken went back in the coop. She lost her mind again. So what happens with these silky chickens, they get very broody and they stop laying eggs, and they start thinking that they can make eggs themselves. And look at her, she's over here camping. Her eggs are white, but she hasn't laid for like a couple days now, and she's just camping on top of the other chicken's eggs. I grabbed some earlier this morning, and now there's more. One chicken was laying right here, a red one, and she's gone now obviously, and the other one's like, oh my gosh, eggs, babies. No, you can't make babies. What are you thinking? It's time to stop talking and get to work, because talking does not do anything. I need to get this truck out of the way, so I'm gonna move this. That way later on when I grade, I can get all that stuff done. And we're gonna grab this boy right here that I got from a junk removal job. So I really hope it works, because that's the whole reason why I bought the seeds. I wanted to try these out instead, but I wasn't gonna pay $100 for this thing when I got the spray kind. But since I got this now, I'm gonna actually use them and see if it makes a difference. Time to go grab the truck and bring it right here. All of this needs to go. I've been hoarding this topsoil right here, and honestly, I'm not gonna use it. So time to dump it back into the yard. The reason I've been holding on to that topsoil for so long was because I thought I was going to be using it, and honestly, I haven't been using it. So I was like, time to just throw it into the lawn and forget about it. When I was at Home Depot buying the weed killer stuff, I was like, man, I need a new shovel. So I ended up buying myself a new one, the same kind, because I loved this thing, man. It just treated me so well. I actually prefer the plastic over the metal, but it does break much faster, unfortunately, because it dries in the sun and stuff like that. I'm gonna cut this thing up and actually see how it works now. I'm gonna set it to the max, because I do want it to shoot as much as it can. Maybe not. I don't think it's working. Okay, 12 is. I know some of you lawn guys are probably laughing at me right now, saying I have no idea what I'm doing, and yeah, you're probably right. I'm sure you're right, actually, because I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff. I'm kind of just like guessing and doing it, but that's how you learn. You know, can't be afraid of trying new things. I'm just going literally all over the place, because this thing is shooting pretty wide. I guess we'll find out if I wasted 60 bucks or not. I'm gonna start the skid steer, let this thing warm up a little bit, and then I'm gonna move all of these logs out of here and make room for more, because I'm sure with time we're going to be getting much more logs. Some plywood down right here, because this stuff is just so old and absolute junk, not even job site worthy, but it will prevent some of the dirt from going onto the logs, hopefully. So when I cut them, they don't have dirt all over them, hopefully. But we'll see. Just trying it out. Not sure if it's actually gonna work. grab a couple more pieces like this right here. Absolute junk. Probably gonna burn it one day or let it completely decompose, but for now, might as well use it. How's it going, sweetie? You coming outside to chill a little bit?
Yeah.
What's up, bud? You chilling too? A bit too sunny for you, huh?
Now I'm just a perfect mess.
Daddy's working, buddy. When you gonna grow up, you gonna help me? You're not sure yet? You're like, this is a lot of work. I know, buddy, but that's the real world. Nothing's easy, my boy. I'm just moving all the logs out of here. Make it look a little more presentable.
You can make such a cute coffee table out of that one.
Yeah, you can, honestly.
Can I go look at it?
Yeah. You trying to sign me up for another project?
Yeah. That one.
We ain't making no table, sweet. This is firewood. We gotta sell this.
Look at it.
I know.
If you like make it flat.
Yeah, just gotta cut this lip off.
It's so cute.
I know, it was a nice log. Yeah.
So is this one.
That was a thick boy right here.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. But I like it split more, you know what I mean?
I want that one.
What are you gonna do with it? I'll find better ones eventually, trust me. This is like 40 something inches. Maybe one day I'll get like a 60-inch boy. Yeah, white oak.
Oh, I want this one.
Yep.
Where is your artistic vision?
It's in the money, sweetie. It's in the money. Inspecting all of the mess I got going on back here?
Yeah.
What do you think about it? That's not really the answer I was looking for. Yeah, well, this right here isn't my fault.
How is it not your fault? Who put it here? Telling Sebi, I was like, let's go get some fresh air. Mother puta, your weed stopper thing.
The front yard? I just put it out right now.
Yo, it stinks.
Maybe I sprayed too much at once.
It's okay.
But I just wanted them weeds done.
The fresh
Bro,
air.
you slobbering, my boy. There's so much to be done, so little time. Where's this trash coming from, sweetie? I know where it's coming from, and it's not our house. This oak right here is ready to be split. So I'll grab these boys out of here, split them. I might honestly split some firewood today since I still got some extra daytime. But I want to get all that mulch spread and stuff just because I like the drive being open.
Why you have that over there?
This? Because I should move it because it keeps getting in the way. But I have it over here because I use it for the splitter. It clogs up sometimes. Like, look, it fell off and I ran it over on concrete once and I broke it. Sweetie, a lot of people been curious what you think about my new chainsaw now.
What did you think about it before?
You were upset with me buying it?
I wasn't upset. I just wish you would have told me.
Why?
Because what if I just went out and bought?
But I told you, if it can make you money, you're more than welcome to buy it.
Can I go buy a new pair of shoes? And you're like, yeah, go ahead. And I come home with Louboutins.
Do those Louboutins make money, and is it a tax write-off?
No, but my point is, you told me, but you specifically were not specific. Okay? You left out key information. Again, I wouldn't have said no, but I would have been more prepared when I opened the bank.
What are you trying to find? This is the Lilian cypress tree that fell over, at least part of it, right here.
I still can't believe it just like...
Well, it was dead.
Or did it get uprooted?
It uprooted.
No, this one right here.
This one is not ours. It broke from the top over there. That's whoever owns that property, and it flew over here. But that's been there for a while, sweetie.
Well, I don't come back here.
I know you don't. Maybe you should come back here more often.
When it's a little bit more clean, yeah, because right now I'm looking for snakes, but at the same time hoping I don't see any, you know?
There's no snakes back here, sweetie. I bush hogged everything. It's just dirt.
How do you know there's no snakes?
Because I haven't seen a single one.
Yet we know that both the neighbors on each side have had copperheads.
No, just Greg over there.
They had a snake in their front yard.
Yeah?
Yes, you told me when you
Well,
went to go cut their trees.
Maybe they're just scared of our yard because we haven't had a single snake
I
here.
just think you haven't seen them, which is...
I'm out here all the time.
Listen, I just want to be cautious. And there's a funky smell, and I've heard that they smell like melons. I don't know.
I think we're okay. Whoa, what happened?
I got caught on a...
Spin?
Yeah.
Sebi, mommy's afraid of snakes.
I'm actually not afraid of snakes. I just don't want to step on them. I think snakes are cute.
I'm afraid of snakes.
I know you are.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm out here like I don't care.
You are also wearing boots. I'm in my
Do you
boot.
think this boot is gonna save me from a copperhead?
If it bites the steel toe, yeah. Like Blossom's over there.
Yeah, Blossom is being really bad. She's hoarding over the other eggs. I had to kick her out of the coop. She's not laying eggs for days. She wants to make babies with the other chicken's eggs. Yeah, look at this big rock, sweetie. What do you think about it? Is this nice for landscaping or no?
For someone's yard, not ours.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I had a full-size skid steer. I could just pick this thing up, but it's too big for my machine.
There was a bug.
Look, this one right here is hanging too.
That's crazy.
Looks like it's been up there for a while because it's dead.
You know, those vines are kind of cool though.
I hate
Give
them.
me, like Tarzan vibes.
Yeah, we don't need no Tarzan in the yard. I got so much to do, sweetie. Yeah, I just want to chill with you guys.
Yeah, me too. That's why I came out here. Also for fresh air. But the fresh air was sabotaged by your weed killer.
Correction, our weed killer. We bought it together and we're using it for our own yard.
Yes.
You smiling, buddy? Yeah. You're cozy up in there. Must be nice. I can't believe I got into the firewood business though. Like, I'm not doing it on such a big scale, you know, but it's still crazy to me. Because when we moved here, I told you that I wanted to sell firewood.
Yeah, which is why it's believable.
Yeah, I'm finally doing it. It's like dreams do come true after years. I wish we had more chickens, because honestly, if we had like 50 chickens, they would take care of all the weeds around the property.
50 chickens, dude. It would stink.
Not if we had 5 acres.
See, I want more chickens, but I was thinking like 10 max.
No, if we buy a big property, we're gonna have a ton of chickens, hopefully, and then we can sell eggs. That's another business right there.
What do we do when we go out of town?
Do you really think I can't find someone to come take care of the chickens and keep the eggs for the day? If we have 50 chickens, they're probably laying like 30 to 40 eggs. Do the math. Right now, eggs are out of stock. They're probably worth 10 bucks a dozen. So there's money to be made.
I also don't like that though. Price gouging because there's no eggs.
Well, I don't want to price gouge. I would sell them for probably cheaper than what the grocery store sells them, or around there, just to help people out and stuff. But
yeah,
I just want so many chickens because I want them to eat natural stuff. You know, like right now we're stocked up on eggs. We probably have like 60 eggs.
can't like one goat take care of this whole yard?
We can't have a goat. We don't have a fence. Sweetie, they produce eggs. Eggs is money.
Goats give you
Milk, but we're not milking them because you said you don't want to do that.
entertainment.
Yeah, but entertainment costs money. Chickens give you both money and entertainment. That's why we need more chickens.
We can rent our goat for like
Yes.
birthday parties.
Or we can rent it to people with enclosed backyards. In the summer, when the grass goes crazy over here, if we have a couple goats, I can haul them with a trailer, but I need an animal trailer because I ain't putting them in that enclosed trailer. They smell like crap right away. You have to have a metal trailer that you can pressure wash if you're carrying animals. But hey, that's another side hustle right there for the future. Seriously, there's money to be made in goats. Like imagine we have 10 goats, sweetie. We can rent them out.
Okay, I don't want anything else. If my only option is to either not have them or have 10, I'd rather not have.
It's hard to make money with only one. I mean, we can have it just for ourselves, but
Yes, thank you.
we're just not there financially. We can't just have too many gadgets. They gotta make money, you know?
Goat is a gadget.
Well, if it's just for fun, it ain't making you money.
Clean our weeds.
Yeah, I would clean this.
Weeds with
But
all
then
of
if you
this
do the math, we
grass.
gotta get the fence right now, which does not make sense financially, you know?
We don't even need a goat. What grass do you see? We have no grass.
Well, because it's winter right now, it all dies out. Summer's gonna come, all the stuff is gonna go insane.
Okay, timestamp it right now between what this area looks like now and in the summertime. This area does not get grass. The grass stops right there where the mulch starts.
This stuff right here grows insane,
Can I
sweetie.
fix this?
Look at this 2x6 over here that's been chilling from like when they built this property or something. It's not mine.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, this is not for me 100%. Buddy, what do you say? You want to be the chicken man when you grow up, taking care of the chickens when I'm at work? I'll pay you. No? Yeah, when you grow up, you'll realize how much money is important.
Probably this one's a nice playground back there.
Yeah, he probably does, sweetie. I'm not gonna lie. I already have a car for him, though, so that's better than a playground because the car goes everywhere.
Can you believe we started off with only silkies?
I know.
Only blossom.
The eggs were so small. We were so shocked.
Yeah, sometimes I feel so bad for her though. She watched Bubbles die.
Yeah, by our neighbor's dog. When that
And
happened, there was a forest back here.
And then Buttercup just disappeared one day.
Maybe I shouldn't have sprayed any of that weed killer stuff right there because the chickens are eating over there.
Oh,
You think that's safe?
probably not.
Come on, girls, let's go back out of here. You're not allowed over here. Come on. Chilling is always fun, but chilling does not pay the bills, so you gotta get back to work every day. actually gonna start up the splitter and start splitting some of these logs right now. Haven't started this thing up in a minute. Let's see if it starts. First pull, no problem. But I do want to get as much wood as I can split, because honestly my schedule varies every single day and I don't know the next time I'm going to be able to be out here splitting wood. But if someone wants to come buy some wood before I head out to work or after I come from work, I want to have it ready. That way I can meet them out here and just, you know, make that quick money. But to make that money, you got to have the wood split. And for me, I'm pretty low on supply right now. I still have some, but I want to get all of this stuff gone too. Like this stuff especially that's been chilling out here. This is what I did with the mulch. I kind of just grabbed it and spread it all over the place. Many of you guys know I got a 4-way wedge now, and I tried to use it on these bigger pieces, and man, it's just struggling big time. It's not really doing a good job, and I feel like it's putting too much pressure on the log splitter. It's definitely a nice little gadget to use for the small logs, but for the big ones, it just struggles because my splitter is only a 28 ton. If it was like 40 and up, maybe it'd do much better. But for the small stuff, it still works great. So I'm gonna use it once I get to the smaller pieces, but that's why I'm really using the single wedge for these bigger boys right now. about to start the splitter back up and start splitting more firewood. I'm gonna start with the smaller pieces that are too small for the 4-way, and then once I get those split, I'm actually gonna slap that on and start splitting with that, the ideal size pieces for it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish splitting all of the logs that were right here, but I did get most of them done. I'm just gonna have to call it for today because the wifey just called me saying she wants to go on a walk, and that is a lot more important to me than splitting some firewood because I'm splitting this really on my downtime. Are you having fun, buddy? Yeah. Splitting firewood is actually a lot of fun for me, but I do love spending time with the family much more than that. I'm gonna wrap up this video right here, but if you guys enjoyed this content, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.